Namaskar. We will discuss stoichiometric air-fuel ratio. Thermal engine use fuel and oxygen. This oxygen is from air. It uses oxygen to produce energy through combustion. So to guarantee the combustion process, certain quantities of fuel and air need to be supplied in the combustion chamber. A complete combustion takes place when all the fuel is burned. In the exhaust gas, there will be no quantities of unburned fuel. So air-fuel ratio, that is AFR, is the ratio between the mass of air, that is MA, and mass of fuel, that is MF, used by engine when it is running. And inverse of this ratio, that is air-fuel, so that is fuel-air ratio, it is also calculated. So that is inverse of air-fuel ratio. The ideal, that is theoretical air-fuel ratio for complete combustion is called stoichiometric air-fuel ratio. So air-fuel ratio is the mass ratio of air to solid, liquid or gaseous fuel present in a combustion chamber or combustion process. The combustion may take place in controlled manner, such as in an internal combustion engine or industrial furnace, or may result in an explosion. So this is a ratio. So in an internal combustion engine or industrial furnace, the air-fuel ratio is an important measure of anti-pollution and performance tuning reason. So if exactly enough air is provided to completely burn all the fuel, the ratio is known as stoichiometric mixture, often abbreviated to STOICH, that is, ratios lower than stoichiometric are considered rich. So rich mixtures are less efficient but may produce more power and burn cooler. So ratios higher than stoichiometrics are considered as a lean, and lean mixtures are more efficient but may cause higher temperature, which can lead to the formation of nitrogen oxides. So some engines are designed with features to allow lean burn for precise air-fuel ratio and calculations. The oxygen content of combustion air should be specified because of different air density due to different altitude or intake air, possible dilution by ambient water vapor, or enrichment by oxygen additions. So in internal combustion engine, in furnaces, the air-fuel ratio and stoichiometric air-fuel ratio is very important parameter. So what is stoichiometry? So stoichiometry is a calculation of reactants and products in chemical reactions in chemistry. So stoichiometry measures these quantitative relationships and is used to determine the amount of products and reactants that are produced or needed in a given reaction. So now we will see some important terms about stoichiometry, some fundamental things we will discuss. So here atomic unit mass, that is 1 by 12. So that is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kgs. Then atoms or molecules mass is defined in atomic unit mass, which is defined in relation with 1/12 of carbon. 1/12 of carbon. Okay. So what is mole? That is Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atom, and volume of 1 mole, that is perfect. So you can see on a screen. So that is a K mole, that is 10 raised to 3 moles. So mass of 1 mole K mole is number of grams kilograms equal to the relative atomic mass. So in chemical reaction, if we considering a simple chemical reaction of two species, that is consider A and B, giving a single product C. If there are two products A, second product is B, and final product is C. So let A is having 1 mole mass and 2B is having 2 moles, and the result is 1 mole. Okay, A, B, C are reactants. So A, B reacts and the result will be C. A, B are the substrates and C is the product of reaction. The stoichiometry of chemical reactions means that species react in exact proportion. So species, concentrations and fractions we'll discuss. So concentration of I species, mole of I species divided by volume. Then mole fraction, that is mole of I space divided by total number of moles of species. And mass fraction is mass of I fraction divided by total mass. Then stoichiometry of hydrocarbon oxidation, that is fossil fuels are mainly compounds of carbon and hydrogens, that is hydrocarbons. So CmHn. So the reaction of its oxidation can be written by the equation of stoichiometry, that is CmHn plus m plus n by 4 into O2, that is MCO2 plus n by 2 H2O. So here 1 mole plus m plus n by 4 moles, that is m plus n by 2 moles. So this is an equation of stoichiometry of combustion. So you need to calculate for every reaction. So it is important that for 1 mole of fuel CmHn there is necessary exactly m plus n by 4 moles of oxygen for complete combustion. Okay, now we will discuss types of oxidizers. So in combustion process, the oxidizer could be oxygen, it could be air, as in air there is a 21% of oxygen is there and 79% of nitrogen. So air enriched with oxygen, so it is a more than 21% oxygen, and some compounds containing oxygen like nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so these are some oxidizers. Then composition of fuel mixture, when fuel and oxidizer composition in the mixture, that is fuel and oxidizer, results from equation of stoichiometry, we say that the mixture is stoichiometric. If combustion of stoichiometric mixture is complete in flue gas, cannot be nor fuel neither oxygen. Okay, it is completely mixture, then it is called stoichiometric. Then type of combustible mixtures we will discuss. So it depends. So fuel mixtures, so it may be rich, it may be stoichiometric, and it may be lean. It may be rich, it may be stoichiometric, and it may be lean. So rich means what? Excess of fuel. So ratios lower than stoichiometric are considered as a rich, and rich mixtures are less efficient, but may produce more power and burn cooler. Then stoichiometric content of fuel and oxygen, and then lean, that is excess of oxidizer. So ratios higher than stoichiometric are considered as a lean, and lean mixtures are more efficient but may cause higher temperature, which can lead to the formation of nitrogen oxides. Okay, so this is different fuel mixtures, air fuel mixtures. So burning of stoichiometric methane mixture in air, so this is the percentage. Okay, let us consider air, 79% of nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Then these are some reactions. These are you can see on a screen. So CH4 plus 2O2 plus 7.5 to N2, it tends to CO2, 2H2O, 7.52 nitrogen. So attention, there is no fuel, neither oxygen in flue gas. Okay, it is totally absorbed. So burning of stoichiometric methane mixture in air, flue gas composition. So here there is complete burn, no gas formation. So a number of moles of flue gases. So N is 1 mole, CO2 plus 2 moles of H2O, 1 mole of CO2, 2 moles of H2O, and 7.5 moles of N2. That is total 10.52 moles. So it is a number of moles of flue gas you can calculate. So according to the wet, that is water in steam or liquid, wet analysis of flue gas, the concentration of component is, so for CO2 1 mole divided by total mole, that is 10.52, that is 9.5 percentage of CO2 by volume. Then H2O is 2 mole of H2O divided by 10.52 moles, that is 19% of H2O by volume, and 7.52 mole that is of N2, that is divided by 10.52, that is 71.5 nitrogen N2 by volume. Total is 100%. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the flue gas composition for methane. Then burning of lean methane mixture in air. So air excess air you can consider for 5%. Then these are the cases. So it is somewhat different from previous case. So here there is oxygen in flue gas. There is oxygen in flue gas. So burning of lean methane mixture in air. So these are some moles, and this is the according to the weight analysis of flue gas, the concentration of component is given. You can see in a table. And number of moles of flue gas, that is N equal to 11 moles. Stoichiometric air, the theoretical air required to complete combustion of fuel results from the equation of stoichiometry of oxygen and fuel reactions. Okay, stoichiometric air means the minimum air in stoichiometric mixture. The stoichiometric air fuel ratio can be calculated from the reaction equation. For gas, air fuel ratio is usually determined in meter cube per meter cube. The actual combustion air depends also on the assumed air excess, equivalence ratio, and stoichiometric ratio. Stoichiometric ratio. So stoichiometric ratio is, you can denote it by lambda. Okay, actual air divided by stoichiometric air. So in above case, it may be equal to, or so lambda equal to 29 divided by 20.9 minus O2, and equivalence ratio, that is phi. So in English, more than often stoichiometric ratio lambda, the equivalence ratio phi is in use. So phi is air fuel ratio and stoichiometric air fuel ratio. So here it is fuel air ratio. It is the inverse of stoichiometric ratio. So here F is the number of moles in fuel and A is the number of moles in air, and S is a stoichiometric. So you can note down this. So air fuel ratio and fuel air ratio. So the form, the practical reason in aviation aircrafts mostly in use is ratio of air mass flow to the fuel flow mass flow determined as air fuel ratio. So here fuel so is similar to FAR, that is fuel air ratio is. Then stoichiometric ratios equivalence, so which is less than 1 and for phi greater than 1. For stoichiometric, lambda and phi are 1, and in lean, that is, lambda is greater than 1 and phi is less than 1. As lambda represents air-fuel ratio and phi represents fuel-air ratio. Here, air is less and fuel is more, then lambda is less than 1, and it is equivalent, then lambda is 1, and if it reach, then lambda is greater than 1. And phi is a vice versa, it is a inverse of lambda is phi. Okay, excess air, so n, small n, actual minus stoichiometric air divided by stoichiometric air, it gives you excess air. The relationship between stoichiometric ratio lambda and air excess n. So n gives you the excess amount of air. If you know the actual air and if you know the theoretical stoichiometric air, then you can find out excess air. The stoichiometric air fuel ratio for selected gases, we'll see. For carbon monoxide, it is 2.8 meter cube per meter cube of fuel. Okay, then for hydrogen H2, then CH4, methane, then CH2, C2H2, C2H6, C3. So for different gases, so different air fuel ratios are there. Okay, so stoichiometric air for methane, that is CH4, is 10.48 meter cube per meter cube. Assuming the rate of feeding of methane, that is V equal to 10 meter cube per hour, and the rate of feeding of air V equal to 114.62 meter cube per hour. Then we have the lambda equal to 114.62 divided by 104, means, okay, the stoichiometric air 10 into volume 10, so multiplied with 10, so 10.42 into 10, that is 104.2. Okay, you will get lambda equal to 1.1. 1.1 means it is a rich, that is a lean one, and small n equal to, so you know, n, the stoichiometric divided by actual, so you will get the ratio, that is 10% excess air. You can calculate. Okay, so this is about stoichiometric air fuel ratio. So we will discuss the next portion in next lecture. So today we have discussed what is air fuel ratio, what is fuel air ratio, what is stoichiometric, and different types of stoichiometrics. Stoichiometric. So we have seen some examples also. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can write in a comment. So we will discuss this your doubts in either in a Google Meet lecture or in next session. Okay, thank you very much.